Hello, I'm Andy Teach, host of Andy's Awesome Adventures, and we're about to take a great tour of the Tom Ridge Environmental Center in Erie, Pennsylvania. But before we do, I want to thank my sponsor, Visit Erie, for inviting me back to Erie, and they are the tourism promotion agency of Erie County. You can go to their website, visiterie.com, and you can find anything you want to know about Erie, Pennsylvania. You can order their adventure guide for free. They'll send you a hard copy, or you can download it, and you can also download the free Hello Erie app. So definitely check out the website, visiterie.com. There's a link in the description. So basically, the whole Tom Ridge Environmental Center, what is the purpose of it? What is in here?
Yeah, so Tom Ridge Environmental Center is our welcome center and educational building for Presque State Park. The park became a state park in 1921. The building was built in 2006. And since then, we've added, we're probably going to change some stuff here. Mainly talks about the history and creation of the park, talks about the flora and fauna that's available. It's just a really good microcosm of the giant resource that Presque State Park is, which I don't think a lot of people realize it's right in the backyard. Presque State Park, it's about 4.5 million visitors a year.
Right.
The building probably averages like 100,000, maybe a little bit more. So the building itself is a really good, like I said, spot to stop and see everything that's available, kind of like a one-stop shop type thing. I don't think it's utilized enough, but it's basically just to let people know what's going on, the history.
Right. So it's best for people to come here first before they go to the state park.
I would always recommend that for sure.
Yeah.
And plus, obviously we know the park probably better than the average person, so we can
Right.
point out some cool features for them to go check out. So this is the second floor. Usually what we have going on here is an interchangeable exhibit space that we have up here. Right now we're in between exhibits. We just got done with our National Geographic shark display we had going on that the foundation was running, and now we have a Trek partner exhibit. It should be up and running tomorrow, and then this will be going on until October. So that's all the second floor space is over here. It's just interchanging exhibits. Really no range on what it can be, no limit. We've had like bee displays up here where we've had a whole colony of bees up here, like in glass enclosed cases so you can see them up close. Like I said, the shark exhibit, we've had dinosaur displays up here. Really a whole bunch of things. So that's kind of what goes on here. Always changing, a couple throughout the year.
All right, so is this a Beatles tour over here? Magical history tour. And this is the park.
Yeah.
Which is is it a 14-mile loop?
It's 13.5 miles.
13 miles.
The park itself is about 3,600 acres. But we actually only have about 1,000 acres of land. Most of it, as you can see, is lagoons, a bay, and then we do have a border around.
I went to the park twice last year.
Where did you go specifically?
One of the beaches on the Lake Erie side.
Yeah, so all the beaches are on the Lake Erie side. But we're all the way up here.
Okay, so you're right.
This one's Tom Ridge Environmental Center right here. And then there is a giant 13.5 mile loop of road that you can drive around the entire park, check everything out. And we also have a multi-purpose trail, which essentially is a multi-purpose trail. You can hike, bike, walk, all that stuff. That goes around the entire park as well. It's about 13.5 miles. He built all these by hand. These are all wooden, little figurines that he sculpted. And you can spin the wheel and they kind of move. So what they depict is what there is to do on the park, on the water, the land, and which is pretty cool.
So it's kind of an interactive exhibit.
Yes.
Everything in the building
that was used in construction is within a 500-mile radius. Keep the cost down on shipping and travel. Obviously to stay local. The only thing it's not is the ceiling. But the reason why we couldn't use it because there wasn't a certified forest that had it, so they weren't allowed to timber it. But that's the only thing in the building that's not from a 500-mile radius. And kind of like the Whirligig Towers tells there, we have 3 land, water, and air towers. This talks more about the kind of wildlife you'll be able to see on the park, all native species, obviously. It's a really popular spot for birders, Presque State Park.
Right. So there's a lot of different variety of birds there.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
between the warblers and chickadees, and obviously the eagles and ospreys. You know, we have herons, swans. I mean, you see a pelican every now and then. There's really we have great horned owls that come through, snowy owls that come through. There's really no limit on what bird kind of stops by. Purple martins are a big deal right now. They just started laying their eggs. We do have some purple martin gourds outside, so that'd be cool to see. You'll probably see them on the park as well.
Okay.
But people love birds. Like I said, the first floor is more interactive displays, talks about the flora and fauna, the history and creation of the park. Over here we have, it's called Memories and Monsters, a little loop video. Just talks about the changes that have happened on the park throughout the years. We have a bunch of historical photos on both sides. And then this one right here, actually the kid, second from the left, is Tom Ridge.
Oh, okay.
Obviously the building's named after.
Right. Who was former governor of Pennsylvania?
Yes. And also it's kind of cool about Presque. I don't know if you heard this or not, but back in '66, apparently a UFO landed on Presque.
Oh, really? On the state park?
Yep.
Is it still there? Because I would like to see it.
Well, I think it left.
It left. Okay.
But what I heard, I don't know if it says in here, but the same night that the UFO landed, apparently Bigfoot was also seen on the park as well.
You know what the odds of that? I think it's pretty astronomical.
Yeah. Or it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's one or the other, right? Yeah. But like I said, the first floor really talks about the flora and fauna of the park. So here it talks about, so Presque itself is a sand spit. That's like the natural creation that it is. Essentially, it is just the sand working its way across the shoreline.
Okay.
And without human intervention, with the break walls and all the sand replenishment that we're doing, Presque wouldn't be here anymore. There have been times throughout the years, I think we have some pictures that will show it, where the neck, where it connects with the mainland, has washed away.
Right, so they have to bring in sand sometimes, right?
Every single year. No, every single year.
Every single year. Okay.
So if you do a tour of the entire park,
right.
You go at North Pier, I believe there's still huge amounts of sand. You'll see. We go through tons of those a year.
Right.
It's just a constant battle. I mean, you can't really win.
Yeah.
But this just shows some of the more popular native animal species that you'll see.
So coyotes.
Yeah, we have coyotes. I mean, they're not overly popular. You see some here and there, obviously. The biggest ones, we have deer. We have a healthy turkey population. We have a bunch of herrings. Like I said, birds are a real big deal. There are some weasel minks. We have fishers on camera. We had an otter on camera, one of our trail cameras.
How about snakes?
Oh yeah, we have snakes in the park.
Any deadly snakes?
No, not that I'm aware of.
All right, good.
We do have a herpetologist that works on the park. He traps turtles. Turtles are a big deal. We do have a lot of invasive species. I mean, the greater slider is the biggest one. He's out there constantly doing stuff, trapping and doing stuff like that. But turtles, we've several turtles. There's a cool turtle viewing area on the park, actually, while you're down there by the Lagoon Boat Launch.
Okay.
I don't know if it's still anchored there, but we used to have a log anchored there, and you'll see dozens of turtles all the time. Yeah. And like I said, it talks about the history and the creation of the park. Obviously, glaciers had a big part in creating Lake Erie in turn. Set the canvas for Presque State Park. Yeah. Here's a photo of succession of what the park, kind of the transformation that's gone through. The building itself, obviously trying to be as green as possible. It's silver rated LEED.
Oh, yes.
The floor you're actually standing on is a natural based. It's called Metroleum. It'll say it over here, I can't remember. It's a natural place, not too dissimilar from petroleum, but the floor itself is raised. So this helps with obviously circulation. We put all of our wires, stuff like that, but it's a lot more eco-friendly for us. It's just like one of those cool features. And then the floors in the classroom are actually made out of cork. Cork's a natural product, obviously, and it helps with sound. Obviously, it's warm and soft to the touch as well. But so all of our classrooms have cork floors. Yeah, that's just the main lobby. Like I said, we get about just probably north of 100,000 people coming here a year on average. So we do some small taxidermy with birds. Like I said, the Natural History Museum downstairs, they have like this vacuum oven. They can put like small mammals and birds in it. But a lot of the bigger stuff, like the black bear up there, the fox, and a couple other things, are usually donated to us. A lot of our taxidermy birds that we have are also donated to us. We have snowy owl donated to us. Obviously, we use this stuff for educational purposes. Yeah, people love this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is where I keep a lot of stuff like this.
Samples, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask what they are, but that's okay.
Well, I should probably say. But again, like, we haven't taken people down here in a while. I just thought it'd be cool for you to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
wow, okay.
Yeah. So, and the next year I'll show you, they have like this, like a freeze-dried bag thing. What do you call those? I can't remember. But you can put small things like up to this probably.
Okay.
And that's what all these drawers are.
Now, do these get displayed out there at any point?
So yeah, so we had a festival of Birds, and the foundation has display cases up there, and they put a bunch of the more popular songbirds out for display, just like this. The majority of people that come for the Festival of Birds are pretty serious birders, so they're pretty interested in seeing the actual bird.
Right.
And we use these for programs as well. And like I said, Mark Leatherby, who runs the Natural History Museum, he uses them quite a bit.
Do you have like snakes,
Oh, yeah,
turtles?
that's what we're gonna have.
Okay.
I just figured I'd show you this stuff.
So you used to have tours down here, but not anymore.
Yeah, we used to bring
Okay.
people down here, show them what was going on, show them the kind of work that the Natural History Museum does.
Oh,
down
wow.
there in the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of native and invasive species.
So these are like fish.
Yeah, pretty much reptiles, amphibians. Turtles, like I said. There are some snakes, I believe.
Oh, yep, there we go.
There are some snakes, yeah.
That looks like a snake.
There's a snap turtle right there.
Oh, okay.
There's some snake skins on the wall. So we can pretty much anything that fits in this, we can do in-house taxidermy essentially.
Okay.
It's not necessarily taxidermy because
Right.
everything is actually still in the animal. Like the lungs, the stomach, everything. It just dries like a mummy. There's some frogs over there, but there's a hellbent right here somewhere. Oh, do you see it?
A hellbender?
Oh, here we go.
What's a hellbender?
Hellbender is the largest salamander in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
It's
Oh,
I hit my hand on something.
you just did that?
I guess.
This is going to be like a bad sci-fi movie.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get the face of it. The hellbender is pretty cool.
All right. Time for some first aid.
It's called fulgurate. It happens whenever lightning discharges into wet sand.
Okay.
And it is the result of that sand and basically any organic matter, plastic, anything that is in that soil and sand fuses together.
Fuses together. From the heat of the lightning.
Heat, it's about 5 times as hot as the surface of the sun.
Okay.
Whenever
Oh,
it
wow.
discharges through the
Really?
sand. So this piece is actually special. It is one of the bigger specimens that have been found. We had an expert from Mercyhurst University come in and look at it, and he actually said this was the largest specimen that he's seen on the eastern coast of the United States. Usually they're maybe the size of one of these little tiny chunks up front.
So wait, are you telling me like this melded together, what I'm looking at here? Like what was this?
Yeah,
It looks
this
like
was all sand, actually.
That's sand?
That's sand.
Oh, I was going
This
to say it looks
piece-
like a tree branch.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. And basically, it just kind of took the shape of the lightning as it branched into the
Oh, wow.
sand. So,
Wow, that's the
Yeah.
sand. Interesting.
yeah. And whenever you touch it, it feels interesting. Almost like sandstone, there's a layer of finer sand on the top that kind of crumbles off. But the rest of it really does feel like glass.
And they call it fulgurite.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. This is the research center. All right.
Yeah, so the Regional Science Auditorium, they're the people that are responsible for testing the waters for E. coli and other bacteria. They also do our harmful algal blooms or HAB testing for the waters to make sure it's safe for people and pets and dogs to like to go in the water. So that's what they're doing every single day. And they have a bunch of interns. They got a whole team, whole squad working every day. We also have an on-site horticulturist. She is in charge of battling invasive plant species in the park. She spends a lot of time. She also has an intern group planting a lot of native species and also looking for. There's a little spot right there. She usually goes on the park, looks for native species. Presque has a really specific and special, like a sand spit, the natural formation. So we get a lot of variety.
I
And
see,
what
I
these-
see live fish.
Yeah. So what these are all native species, the more spore fish. So I think the only thing we have in there is bass right now. But we have, Presque has a huge spot, especially for smallmouth bass. It's nationally ranked for one of the best smallmouth bass fishing spots on the planet. But we have smallmouth, largemouth, perch, bluegill. This one I was talking about with the turtle log.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is down at the Lagoon Pontoon boat station. If you drive around the park, you might see it. It's pretty sunny out. I've seen it like 3 times, like stacked on top, 3 to 4 turtles deep. The whole
Wow.
thing. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know if it's there anymore. I think I drove by and I kind of looked.
Right.
It could just be overgrown, but we did have one chain down. It's pretty cool. These are invasive species, right? So we have sea lamprey, which there's not one in here, obviously.
What are we looking at right there, that big one?
Right there, that's a carp.
Carp, okay.
Yeah. But, so here, we have common carp, round goby, and then red. One more. I don't see the goby anywhere, but these are all invasive species. And we have plenty of them. Same here, these are actually native species. You can see these anywhere.
Like
we have spotted and longo scar. And then trout bass. Oh, that's a rock bass. It's in there actually. They usually change these out every now and then. I don't really know what they have in here. That's basically the whole regional science program. So they do have classes. They have college courses here. I think they do it twice a week, and that's what the construction is going on in there for. And they're trying to expand, make it a little bit more interactive.
Yeah. No, it's cool they have a research center here.
Yeah, it is really cool. I'm glad. If I'm correct, we might be the only park that has an on-site research center. So a lot of other parks, they send their water samples that have beach and stuff like that to places like this, but we have it in-house. So I know they do samplings for a lot of other places, not just Presque.
Okay.
And not just state parks either.
So our tour is over. Eric, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Really appreciate it.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Chloe, I'm not going to show you, but thank you.